Let's bring in Kevin Walling. He's the former Biden campaign surrogate and Democratic strategist. Also, Liz Peek. She is a Fox News contributor. I want to get both of you to weigh in on this. Take a listen to what President Biden said just before he took off.
It's important to maintain perspective about where our economy stands today. The fact is, America has a lot to be proud of. We're experiencing the strongest economic recovery in the world. Even after accounting for inflation, our economy is bigger, and our families have more money in their pockets than they did before the pandemic.
All right, Liz, you can't fault somebody for having wealthy friends, but is it fair to be skeptical of somebody who tells you that everything's wonderful before they jet off to a $30 million mansion to spend the Thanksgiving weekend there when tens of millions of Americans are still struggling to put their lives back together in the wake of the pandemic?
Well, look, let's first of all agree that any president deserves to be able to take a vacation. That said, yes. I just think this is another sort of terrible political blunder on the part of Joe Biden. Not only is his polling crashing, but as you point out, people are really concerned about the cost of everything. And here he's doing something so lavish, so high end, that it really kind of reminds us that Joe Scranton is long time ago, his entire sort of presence or pretense about being one of the people. Here's what his polling says about that, which I find really amazing. Only 39% of Americans think that Joe Biden, according to a Morning Consult poll, feels about them or cares about them. How does anyone not understand that doing what he's doing, palling around with David Rubenstein, who's a great guy, I think he's very smart, very entertaining, but all of this is just such a wrong message. And I think this White House is so politically tin-eared, and they don't get any better. I mean, this is just not one more example.
Kevin, a lot of us are really sick and tired of talking about optics, but it is everything in politics. Yes. Some may argue that it's even more important than policies themselves. So what do you say about this? The president, staying at this lavish compound over the Thanksgiving weekend. Jen Psaki saying in that clip that Jackie just played, well, turkeys are only $1 more expensive. What's the big deal? What's everybody upset about? Is it tone deaf?
Yeah. I don't think it is, Gillian. Listen, the right-wing media is going to attack the president if he was staying at a Best Western or a Holiday Inn. They're always just going to attack him no matter what he does. He's staying with friends in Nantucket, something that the Biden family has done since the president lost his first wife when he went up there with his boys. So I agree with Liz that he's entitled to some time off. And I actually prefer it this way, where he's not charging the American people millions of dollars to secure him at his property. The Secret Service isn't paying hundreds of thousands of dollars like they did with President Trump for just golf carts alone. So I much prefer the president staying with friends. And, damn the optics of this. And let's have the president get some time off and regroup as he tackles these crises with regards to the high oil costs, as he tackles the crisis with regards to immigration, and as he's doing that actively from the White House.
All right. Now, Liz, to be fair here, the economy, the picture writ large is not all doom and gloom. We're looking at being on track to grow 5.7% this year, average earnings up 3.5%, unemployment at just 4.6% with 6 million jobs between January and October, just some of the numbers there. The sore spot, the rub in all of this, though, of course, being inflation. Liz, I'll throw that over to you.
Yeah, so I think a couple of things. The economy is not in bad shape at all, in fact, and it shouldn't be. We've had unprecedented monetary stimulus, an unbelievable amount of fiscal stimulus. The balance sheet of the central banks in Europe and the United States are double what they were a year ago, and all of that has led to inflation. So if you had hundreds of billions of dollars being injected into the economy and unprecedented monetary stimulus, and we weren't growing, that would say something incredible. But the really horrific aspect of all of this is Americans think we're in a recession. Americans think if they don't think we're in a recession, we're about to be in one. Consumer sentiment is in the basement. So all of this progress that we've made, the very fast snapback from the recession has, been very positive. That's why the stock market is hitting new highs. It is not helping average Americans as much as it should be because of high prices. That's something the president is not dealing with.
We got to leave it there. Kevin, I owe you one. I'll get you back next time. Thanks to you both. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving, Gillian.
Thank you.